Some things in life look bad, they can really make you mad, and other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle, and this will help things turn for the best. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, then there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle at the thing. Always look on the bright side of life. 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 Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I get to do double duty today. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Toronto. I am not Reverend Jonathan Zenz, in case you hadn't noticed. He's, yes, wearing different clothing. He's actually right now probably on the Pacific Coast Highway from LA to Pacific Grove, California, to the Asilomar Conference, which is, if you've ever been, let alone if you've ever been to Pacific Grove, California, it's just outside of Monterey, and it's spectacular. And Asilomar, that's the name of the grounds, but it's also the name of the spiritual conference for the Centers for Spiritual Living, where everyone from North America can go and get together. And it's like summer camp for the spiritual people. But it's very nice. The beds are comfy. There's indoor showers. There's no phones or TV, so that's about as roughing it as you get. And everybody eats communal meals together, and it's just you're immersed with all these people that think the same way we do and have the same values, and it's quite spectacular. So if you ever get the opportunity, I'd say go to Asilomar in the summer and get fed spiritually. So that is where Jonathan is headed right now with Reverend James Mellon. So he will be checking in later. Hello. So I will do my best to carry the show today. So first, let's get to some announcements. In August, there's Zach. Hi, Zach. Zach, in August, there won't be any Dynamic Kids program. Everybody's going to take a little bit of a break. So you're welcome to come here, but you got to sit up here with us big, silly people. Okay? But it will resume again in September. Our volunteers are just going to have a little bit of a break. Thursday, August 9th is the next meeting of our women's group. Sunday, August 12th is the last day that we are going to collect the pennies. I don't know if anybody's noticed the penny jars we have in the bookstore, but the Government of Canada is retiring the penny, so we're going to help them. We're collecting your pennies, and we are going to cash them in, and then the government can take them, melt them down. But in the meantime, we get to collect the pennies, and we get to keep the money and put it in our bank. So what we're going to do is have a competition to see how many pennies we end up collecting. So there will be ballots. I believe it's next week. Yes. I'm lying. August 19th and 26th, we'll be collecting the ballots because you get to guess the number of pennies that are in the jars. Whoever comes the closest without going over, just like on The Price is Right, will win a scholarship to the entire Science of Mind 100 series of classes that go from September, I believe, through to next May, and it's about a $600 value. So go eyeball the jars. Monday, August 27th, Mental Muscle is beginning again. You'll learn a little bit more about mental muscle during the service, because Reverend Jonathan, while he's away, he's made arrangements for a very special Sunday, which I'm very grateful to be part of. So you will learn a little bit more about mental muscle, but it was created by Reverend James Mellon, who is from NoHo, as most of you all know. And the next course starts August 27th. It's going to be on Mondays and Thursdays. The time has not been confirmed yet. It was in the morning previously, but I believe it's going to be in the evening. Jonathan's going to take a poll once people have signed up, and there's a maximum 10 spots available for mental muscle. So once he's taken a poll of what is a better time for people, then that will be settled upon. Price for mental muscle is $400. It is a 16-week spiritual boot camp. So the cost is $400. You can pay it one lump sum or break it down to $100 a month, because it works out to 4 months. Wednesday, September 5th. September. Yeah, it's far away. September 5th, Science of Mind 101. The spiritual path will begin. It is $135 for members if they pay before August 27th, or $160 for non-members. And anybody can be a member of the center. You just need to, I was going to make a really silly joke about tinfoil hats, but I won't. No. Membership is open to one and all, and there are membership forms in the front lobby. The textbook required is The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, and we also have that in our bookstore. If we have any newcomers today, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not going to make you stand up and go, "Hi, I'm new," but let us, afterward, if you feel comfortable, feel free to come and say hi to us. Stay for coffee in the lobby, or tea or water, whatever you'd prefer. We're glad to have you. If you would like to join our mailing list, we have a sign up in the bookstore. We don't share your email address with anybody. It is for our purposes. We have a weekly e-newsletter that goes out from Rev Jonathan, and it just gives you a breakdown of what's happening for the Sunday and what's happening for the week. And volunteer opportunities. We are always looking for some more fabulous people to join our group. The center is primarily run by volunteers. I'm a volunteer. The band's volunteers. Camera volunteer. Sound booth volunteer. So come join our team. We have fun. We are looking for tech positions specifically to, if you've obviously noticed on Sundays, Brian does double duty. He's playing bass and he's running the sound. So our goal is to get Brian out here permanently with the band so you can all admire him. And we have a couple of people who are training for the tech position, but we'd always love to have another. And youth mentors for the youth program. We are also looking for more of those folks. You will need to speak to Rev Jonathan because a police check is involved, and just to make sure you're on the same page with Jonathan is what beautiful, creative fabulousness we create for the children. Bookstore, we could also use at least one more person, I think. And we also have a Science of Mind, our spiritual mind treatment for newcomers. I just lost my train of thought there. If you're a newcomer, we refer to our form of prayer. It's affirmative prayer. We refer to it as spiritual mind treatment, but it is prayer. And we have a prayer box out in the lobby. So if something's not fitting right in your world right now, if you have something a little heavy resting on you, you can write out a prayer treatment and it goes into the box. And one of our practitioners will see that your prayer is tended to with love and respect, and we will help move that along in your life. We also have a few, Susan's waving some copies. There's some extra copies of, is that Creative Thought magazine? We have some extra copies of Creative Thought magazine. The Centers for Spiritual Living have 2 magazines, Science, Mind, and Creative Thought. They're great magazines, have daily readings. So I do the Science of Mind, I read it, and it's like, okay, excellent, great way to start my day. There are extra copies, Susan's waving them, so you can help yourself to those. They're previous editions, but they're yours if you would like one. And we also have practitioners. I think we have one practitioner, well, I know we have one practitioner with us today, Margaret Ann. So at the end of service, you're available to do treatment. So today, if anything is heavy on your heart, or you would just like to bend Margaret Ann's ear for her to know your truth, she will be available after service for treatment. And follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are in the interweb world, spreading far and wide. And that is it for the announcements. So, if you would all like to grab your songbooks, it should be on your chair, in your chair, between your chair. And on the second page, we have our declarations of principles, what we believe. And as Reverend Jonathan always says, think about these words when you're reading them. And if they feel comfortable for you, take them to heart. If not, maybe sit back and go, what is it I believe? I believe that the spiritual and material universe are one. I believe that whether I call it God, spirit, energy, or universal consciousness, every person, place, and thing emanates from this one creative source. I believe that spirit is an infinite, loving intelligence operating in and through all life, never separate from anyone or anything. I believe in cause and effect. I believe that it is done unto me as I believe, and as I think, so I become. I live this now, and I rejoice in it, and so it is. I'd like to invite Susan Powell. I keep wanting to talk into this mic. I'm wearing a mic. I'd like to invite Susan Powell to come on up and do our reading today. For those of you who may not know Susan, she's our secretary, the executive on the board, and she's been a long-time member here, and she's fabulous.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's always a joy to be here. I haven't been here for a couple weeks, and I just feel so relaxed right now and so joyful. This reading that I have for you is to live with intention. It could not happen that God could create a spiritual entity such as you are without having a special purpose in view, and this means that there is a special and particular place in it for you. Emmett Fox. Energy, unconnected, does nothing. It is only when it is used, properly directed, that it accomplishes things. The Science of Mind, page 315. Do you have a cherished desire that you long to fulfill? Is there a special goal or achievement that you have set your heart on accomplishing? In each of us there resides a valuable gift or ability, a talent or contribution that we feel a keen yearning to express. We are outlets for the intelligence of the universe, yet too often we have not fully enough expressed that gift. The energy of life, which is the basic building material of all accomplishment, is constantly active and available to you. It is always there to be harnessed. Just as the sun's rays can be converted to electrical power, you can use the energy of life to accomplish your heart's desire. However, to use this energy toward a specific end, you must direct it. You must set a conscious intention. Declare your intention and anchor it with a strong conviction that it is certain to be realized. Then be willing to take any actions you feel guided to take, and take them. Doing these action steps is the key to bringing forth the unique gift that is yours to give. If you have been feeling adrift and unfulfilled, let that feeling serve as a wake-up call to you to begin to live with intentions that are consciously set and declared. A satisfying and meaningful life is one that is directed with intention. Your affirmation. Knowing that the energy of life is always available to me, I direct this energy in clear, conscious, and specific ways. The universe supports the intentions I set, and my goals are accomplished. Thank you. Enjoy the service today.
Thank you. Number 8 in your books is The Face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I'll call on Margaret Ann to give us a beautiful treatment.
Morning. Ernest Holmes writes, "The love of God is the divine givingness, the eternal outpouring of spirit through its creation. I am the givingness of God, and I am open and receptive. I receive unconditionally this love of God. This is my expression. This is my being. This is my story. And this is my truth. I am a spiritual being, the givingness of God, and I love myself unconditionally. I allow myself to be free, to be open, and I choose my life, my expression from the depths of my center. And I express openly, freely, with love and with joy, with power, with peace, and with beauty. I am beauty because I am all the elements of the God, given freely and accepted unconditionally. I am light, love, joy, beauty, peace, and life. I am life living. I am God living. And I share myself with ease and joy and grace and in gratitude. I release these words to the law of mind, knowing it is manifest in me and in my life now. And I accept. And together we say, and so it is.
Tuck this out of the way. So, with Jonathan being away, he was looking at, what guest speakers to have today, what to do, and he called on his mental muscle students, the class. We had our very first mental muscle 16-week workshop. You guys started in February and wrapped up not too long ago. And there were 12, were there 12 of 10 in the class. And they met every Tuesday and Friday at 7:30 in the morning for an hour. Yes. Because the goal was to set your day, do your work, and then launch off into your day. For those of you who don't know about this course, let me put my glasses on so I can see the writing. If you are ready to take your life in a new direction, if you're ready to take control of your mind and create a tomorrow that seems out of reach, if you're ready to put some mental sweat into your spiritual, mental, creative muscle, then this is for you. Mental Muscle is a spiritual boot camp, and it's a course that, when people were telling me about the course, I went, it's really kicking your spiritual arse. Am I right? Yes. Yes. Each week, there was a different word or a different theme, and you all had to focus on that and meditate on it, and there was a directive for that. And as James, I'm going to keep quoting James because it's his book and it's his course and it's fabulous. Each of the words that was represented each week represents a personal journey, a commitment to knowing more, revealing more, understanding more. And some of the words that each week laid out was complaining, expectations, belief, present, patience, listen, hear, and resolve, boundaries and priorities, life force, perfectionism, intention, self-esteem, communication, feelings, judgment, and accountability. At the end of the course, on the 16th week, there was a final assignment that the students were given. And James Mellon writes, "For the past 16 weeks, you have allowed yourself to know yourself. You have fearlessly taken a look at things in your life, qualities of existence, character traits, beliefs, and annoying habits. You have put your life under a microscope and examined it day by day, moment by moment, nuance by nuance. In a sense, you have scientifically dissected your personal character and replaced old, archaic, rusty tools with new ones. You have become the creator of your experience. No longer the reactive bystander, you are now the absolute word in your life." So their assignment for the last and final chapter was they had to write out a spiritual resume. They had to apply for the job of God. And there were no rules other than you could have fun, but you could not make fun of the exercise. And they could present their resume in whatever form they wanted. And the caveat was you couldn't say, "But this teaching says we all are already God, so why do I have to, apply for the job of God? I am God." The point of the exercise is to go deeper, to really dig deep and understand the divine qualities that you possess. So in the spirit of "so you think you can dance," we have 3 very brave students who are willing to share their spiritual resume with us on "So You Think You Are God." Our first contestant is the lovely and talented, do you prefer Elizabeth or do you like Liz? Yeah, because I know you as Liz, but you put Elizabeth, so okay. Liz Ruby, she is a strong contender who feels and knows that she is God. Liz Ruby, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to perch here if you don't.
How's that? Everybody hear me? Yep. Okay. Okay. So I sat for hours trying to figure out what to write for such an assignment. And this is the best answer that I could come up with, so I'm just going to read it to you right now. The only way I could come up with is to tell you the ways in which I know that I am God. I see God in everyone I see, so therefore God must be in me. There is no place that God is not, so God must be in us all, and that means God is in me. If I can see God in all children, then God has to be in me. A part of who I am is a piece of God. How do I know this? The God in me are the gifts that I have to share with the world. I know I have always had a direct line to the universal source, and if I have this direct line to God, I must be God. I notice this the most when I work with others energetically using healing touch. I feel my higher self speaking to the universal source, whispering words into my ears, and sending me images to see, information to pass on to those people that I work with. If my highest self is connected to God, then I am God. When I work with others giving healing touch treatments, I can feel with my hands the parts and places within their souls that need attention. I am guided to move my hands to those places of their needs. This guidance comes from the universal source. I can feel a connection, a column of energy connected to the universe from my heart and my throat, bypassing my mind altogether, feeding me information. I am God. Who I am is a piece of God. Who I am behind everything else is God. The light within me is God. I am who I am, and that is God. Thank you.
I'm losing my mic pack. There we go. Well done. The next contestant has learned a great deal about courage, assumptions, illusions, fear, silence, and love, all of which she brings to the position of God. Jovette Cloutier.
So some learnings that I bring to the position of God. I know that it takes courage to live a conscious life. Thinking it is the easy part. When a time comes to let go of the safe harbor, it takes all your strength and oxygen. What comes with the courage to let go is a deep, life-altering learning. Often challenging, it is rarely a smooth process. It is upheaving and unsettling, and just when you think you can't take anymore, God will be there to guide you to your new and stronger being. But you must choose it. No one can do it for you. The second thing I know, the path to God is an internal one. However, it is not necessarily a direct path. In the space between silence and God, you find loneliness so deep it takes your breath away, beliefs of smallness that suffocate your ideas, and stories of not belonging that entice you to the water's edge. And if you stay in the silence, I promise you'll find yourself, and therefore you'll find God. We all make assumptions that illness and dying are for the old and happen somewhere far in the future. And sometimes it creeps up on you unexpectedly. You don't feel ready. The lump that fills your throat threatens to suffocate you. You are unable to take a full breath as you live on the cusp of overwhelm. What I know is this is part of the human experience. It is part of the package, and sometimes it seems harsh, and God is standing beside you for all of it. 4, what I know about healthy separation is that many of us spend our lives attaching to people, things, and experiences. They make us feel safe, like we belong and are accepted. We find meaning in them, in our partners, our jobs, our families, our pets. And what I know is life can act as a trickster sometimes, creating illusions of safety where none exists. What is real is that doesn't change. What is real is your connection to God, to the divine, so remember to come home. What I know about fear. When the tension mounts so high that you can barely breathe. When fear quietly seeps into your every cell and you can barely hear her. Know the tingling you feel are her arms wrapping around you and settling you back into her divine love. She helps us reconnect with who we really are. 6, sometimes she will rock us on her lap. Other times she can be quite strict. She knows that what we agreed to. Whatever the outcome, there is nothing else but her love. Whatever the outcome, it is our connection to each other that matters in the end. The shoulders I stand on today are many, including this community. Sometimes I fall short, but mostly I choose life and love and joy, and for these reasons, humbly submit my application for Goddess with deep gratitude. Thank you.
All right. Our third contestant has faced several life tests while on this Earth School and now knows that she has all the skills necessary for the role of God, and she is confident and she is worthy of that job. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Judy Selvin.
Is this okay?
So just a little bit of background. I can't see this very well. Many of you who know me know that my husband died last September. He had Alzheimer's, and I had been grieving for a few years while he declined. So I gave myself until Christmas to adjust. I just wanted to have about 4 months. And then in January, Reverend Jonathan Zenz came to the center. And I made a decision at that time to absolutely immerse myself 100% into more Science of Mind teachings and this center. So in the past, whenever my life has had a major shakeup, I have invested in myself. So I invested in myself this time in Science of Mind and the center. I wanted to continue healing. And I intended to deepen my spiritual journey. So the timing was absolutely perfect for mental muscle. I took 3 Science of Mind courses. So I was here 1 night a week, every week for 6 months. I took the mental muscle program for 16 fabulous weeks, 2 mornings a week for 16 weeks. I became an even more engaged volunteer and became a member of the board of directors, and I made this center my home away from home. So mental muscle, this spiritual boot camp, was absolutely the highlight of the past 6 months. I would take it again and again because I know there's always more. I can't remember how I felt 6 months ago, honestly. It's just dissipated. And I know that I've changed, and I know that I've really enriched my life and my spiritual path with all that I've done in the past 6 months. It's been absolutely magical. And I know that mental muscle has made a huge impact on my spiritual path. I'm getting to the resume. So when Jonathan gave us the assignment, I've done so many resumes and cover letters, mostly unsuccessful. But I had all these templates at home, so I just felt absolutely driven to go and put spiritual language to these business resumes and cover letters. And I just knew that it would be okay. So what transpired was the story of my life in resume format and in resume language. I cried and cried and cried when I wrote it, and I cried every time I edited it. And I tried to keep it down to 1 page, so I had to do a lot of editing. I could have included so much more, but what I'm going to read to you are just the key events that shaped my God character. And then a funny thing happened. When we met, we waited 3 weeks to celebrate, to present, because it took 3 weeks to get together. So we celebrated in style at the home of Barb and Liz. Thank you for your gracious hospitality. We had wine, we had potluck dinner, and all that crying just kind of disappeared. As I started to read my resume, I started to laugh. And I said, "Isn't this hilarious?" Now, of course, the death of my husband was not hilarious, but what has evolved for me is an incredible, incredible healthy detachment and a healthy perspective on death. So here's my cover letter, applying for the position of God, followed by my resume. To whom it may concern. And feel free to, if anything strikes you as funny, it's okay. Even though I cried, it's okay. I'm laughing now. Please accept this cover letter and resume as my application for the position of God. My career background has equipped me with the required experience and includes the following: indoctrination by the Catholic Church, family dysfunction, single parenthood, 2 marriages, 1 divorce, alcoholism, and the most life-changing experience of all, the death of my beloved husband. These human experiences have raised me up and enabled me to embody God attributes, resulting in my replacing fear-based feelings with the knowledge that love is all there is. Through several life tests while on this earth school, I have to admit I have at times felt fear of the future, only to find out that, and where have you heard this before, principle is not bound by precedence. This knowledge has given me the tools to see life unfolding perfectly. And I have no doubt that the divine is on my side and I'm always provided for. I know I have the boundless support of the universe and I need not fear the future. I relax in the knowing that I'm the creator of a wonderful life now. So I can clearly see that I have all the skills necessary for the role of God, and I'm confident that I'm worthy of this job. I'd welcome a meeting to discuss how my uniqueness would be an asset to this position. In love and light, Judy. Here's the resume. It was kind of a long cover letter, wasn't it? I do resumes differently than most people. I have a summary of relevant skills. I usually include 5 skills when I apply for all these other jobs I'm looking for. Give a list of my accomplishments. I have 9. And then I list my education. So the summary of relevant skills. Demonstrates unconditional love for all of life. Displays extreme patience, especially in difficult situations. Expresses gratitude daily for all the love that abounds. Recognizing how life unfolds perfectly with ease and grace, regardless of appearances. Mastered the ability to release the heat and judgment and flip switch to discernment. I'm still working on that one. But it's a resume. You just stick it in. These are my accomplishments, and these are only 9, but there was more. These are the highlights, the story of my life. Gained an understanding of the damaging effects of manipulation, guilt, and an unquestioning mind as a member of the Roman Catholic Church. An unintended result, I learned to let myself off the hook, thanks to the ritual of confession. This feels like a confession, believe me. But I'm off the hook. Developed courage, independence, humility, and strength of character as a child in an alcoholic home while living in poverty and insecure environment. So what? Experienced love and responsibility as well as anger and rejection through teen pregnancy, teen marriage, resulting in divorce at age 23. God, that was a long time ago. I can laugh at it now. Experienced responsibility and accountability, creating great joy as a devoted mother, single mother of one truly wonderful and loving son. Discovered the greatest joy and enduring love in a 31-year second marriage, from blissful, prosperous beginning through to financial hardship and health crisis. Experienced unconditional love like never before in face of deep grief, while holding privileged position as compassionate and dedicated caregiver to husband who manifested dementia. Underwent feelings of inconsolable sadness during this time, resulting in spiritual understanding of the truth of life through the death of husband, knowing who I really am allowed me to know who he really is in both life and death. Managed the transformation from deep sadness to new way of life and insights and life direction in service to others. Currently engaged in changing the culture of Alzheimer's care, of dementia care. Currently speaks with passion to select groups of people who benefit from my personal perspectives. My intention to share forever these experiences and insights for the highest good of all. And here's just a brief thing on my education for God. University of Life. I've got a PhD in unconditional love. At least that's how it feels now. Indoctrination school. Well, we all know where that was. The Roman Catholic Church. There's no heat here, honest. It's just discernment. I've learned that through mental muscle. Junior Earth School. Select family of 5 in pre-assigned dysfunctional home. This seems so funny in perspective, you know. This was really what I was given at birth to learn my life lessons. So what? Intermediate Earth School. 2 marriages, 1 divorce, single parenthood, failed relationships, alcoholism. This seemed actually quite hilarious in perspective, and I could have included many more things, but you get the gist. Advanced Earth School. Witnessed prolonged decline and death of beloved second husband. I'm still pondering this one. It's still having an impact. References available upon request. So, as I said, this feels like confession. I am really confident, that's the end of my resume, but I'm really confident that all these life experiences and more have given me what I need to land this job. So I still have great challenges, but now I have better tools. Thank you for listening.
It's great. Yes, you're all very brave souls for sharing that. Thank you. We do have one more. I think you have one page of my script that I need. Bear with us. Talk amongst yourselves.
whom it may concern. Oh. That one.
There we go. Thank you. Because we do have one more. We do have one more contestant. She's not here. She's watching from home, and she's probably very nervous. Carmen Noseworthy. I don't know if everybody knows who Carmen is. She is from Newfoundland originally and was in Toronto for a very long time, and last fall decided to move back to Newfoundland, to go back to the Rock. The wind was calling her home. So she's been there, but while she's been there, she has Skyped into, I think, just about every class we've had. She Skypes into our board meetings. She has remained an adjunct on the board. So Carmen has been a great presence, even though she's not been present in this building. And she took the mental muscle course. And Carmen, let's make sure I've said everything I wanted to. Yes, Carmen's spiritual resume was submitted in the form of a song. She says the words just came to her, as did the tune, and it is symbolic of owning my own divine power and giving myself permission to claim it and declare it. So, Carmen's on the Rock. It's a little hard for her to play the song. So Reverend Jonathan asked if the band would get the chart, learn the song, put our flavor on it, and present it for y'all today. So that's what we're going to do. We worked it up the other night, Carmen. Hope you like it. We gave it a little East Coast Cajun flavor. So,
outside, I was mesmerized. All the papers had the same headlines. What did I see? God is retiring. I heard a voice, it gently said, don't worry. You know I am what I am. I thought about what I heard this morning, and I am highly qualified. So I took a deep breath and I prayed, what can I do for you? So this is my job application for the position of God. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm singing as you. I'm here, I'm free, I'm pure creativity. Hello, my name is God. My resume says we all are one. We share the same power as the sun, and we give to life what we believe. To God's mind we speak our word, and so it is. And yes, He's all God said. So I'm here to tell you that you are highly qualified. Just take a deep breath and pray. is God. Hello, my name is God.
Hope you liked it, Carmen. Well, so those are our brave contestants, and so you think you are God. Nice warm round of applause for everybody. So the good news is that everybody is God. There is no one clear winner, and as James Mellon says, the one is a conglomerate of the sum total of its contestants. It is up to you to truly embody the divine every day, and that is the job. So congratulations to all of you who flexed your mental muscle. As a community, we are all so much better because of you and because you're in our midst and because you shared. So I'm just really proud of you all and grateful that I'm part of this community with you. And you beacons of light, and you share your joy and your love with us. So very, very grateful. Well, on that note, why don't we move to, everybody's looking so lovely and peaceful at the moment. This is, Jonathan, I get to see what you see every Sunday. This is fabulous. You're going to apply for this. Yeah! No. I'm quite happy. For those of you who don't know me, sorry, my name is Tanis Burnett. I am a member of the band, I am a member of the board, and a longtime member of this community. You're my peeps! At this time in the service, why don't we do the offering? So, as Jonathan says every week, hold your offering in your hand. This is the part where we give back to our spiritual community. And you may see people like me holding these colorful sticks. I'm part of the Count Me In program, as is my husband, Pierre, and a number of folks here are. This just signifies that we have signed up for a pre-authorized donation, so every week or every month our money gets automatically deducted from our account. And as we don't put envelopes in the basket, we put the sticks in, so it looks like we're giving our love every week. As Jonathan says, hold your gift in your hand. Understand that money is God. It's a flow of currency. What you give is what you receive. It's a spiritual law. So we as a community, let's share that. And no, I've got my sticks today. I remembered my sticks today. And I'm just going to work my way on over here. We're going to sing our offering song called I Love, which is on the sheets of paper which are attached to your music book. And if you feel like it, stand on up and we'll sing this together.
1, 2, 3, 4. I live, I breathe, I give, I receive, I laugh, I love, I'm a part of what's here, what has been, what's still to be seen. I live, I breathe, I love. Love, love, I live, I
if you'll do a blessing of the basket, please.
I feel very much at this moment a part of this center, and I feel the presence of God is here in each and every one of us, and it is beautiful. God gives, I receive. I receive unconditionally, and I give unconditionally. It is the flow of life. It is the flow of love. It is the flow of giving and receiving. And I know that this manifestation of love in these baskets is abundant and true. And I know that it will be used and employed and given in the best and highest way. I know there is only one presence, and it is everywhere, and it is here, and it is in this money, and it is in what this money does. And I'm grateful. I am grateful for this presence, this joy, this expression, this flow of love that is never-ending, infinite, full of possibility and full of joy. In gratitude for each and every expression of God. I release these words to the law of mind, knowing it is done now, in joy, in love, and I accept. I release, I let it go, and I let it be so. And together we say, and so it is.
So thank yous. Thank you all for being here this morning on a beautiful summer day when the Jazz Festival's on, when the Olympics are on, when there's a triathlon going on. One of our people is in the triathlon. Marge is, Marge, yeah, swimming, running, biking. So keep her in your thoughts today in the next couple of days because probably going to be a little bit sore, I'm thinking. We'll find out on Facebook tomorrow. So, thank yous. Gail, she just wandered off. She was sitting here, but Gail did set up this morning, so thank you, Gail. Our greeters today were Jim and Susan. There she is. Hello, Gail. Jim and Susan are greeters today, and also our board members on duty, and they have just tucked downstairs with the baskets. Susan was also our reader today. In the bookstore is Nick. And what I forgot to say during announcements was if anybody wants to register for any of the classes, just head on over to the bookstore. We have the forms there. If you are one of our virtual people, you can go online. They're not there? Gail is saying they're not there. They will be there. If you want to register online, you can do that through our website, csltoronto.com. Our practitioner today, Margaret Ann, thank you so much for your meditation and your treatments. And my fellow musicians, Rudy Jock on drums, Patrick Lee on piano, he's disappeared somewhere, my husband Pierre Gautreau, and in the booth, Brian Forwell, also doing double duty on sound. And Nick was also our trainee on sound this morning. With the Dynamic Kids, Mahala, and I think it was Mark. Thank you very much. Woo! Cleaning this week was Julia and Cherry, and on the camera, Mr. Tony Matthews. Thank you. So again, thank you all for being here today. It's a wonderful place to come and see all your faces and share and laugh and remember who we are. So as we go into this week, just love each other, love yourself, know that you are God, even in those lumpy moments when you go, what? I know that none of you have those moments ever. Lumpy moments, yes. I call them the lumpy moments. May your lumpy moments be few and far between. Now that I know the truth, I can't go back to what I used to do. I can't pretend pretend or ignore or go back to what I believed before. I can't live without your love. I can't live without your light. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your warmth. I can't live without your wisdom. I can't live without your message. Now that I know I'm God, I can't hide behind this old facade. I can't lie to myself or know that I'm not perfect health. I can't live without your love. I can't live without your light. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your warmth. I can't live without your wisdom. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your message. Now that I know the truth, I can't go back to what I used to do. And that song came out of Mental Muscle. That was written by, we'll give Alex credit that, yes. Alex Robert Holmes, who is from NOHO, who you all met here when he came up for Jonathan's installation and the road trip to bring Jonathan here. That's Alex's song, and we're very grateful that he has shared it with us and lets us sing it, and yeah, he's a fabulous guy. All right, let's take this puppy home. Let's stand up and sing number 28, God Makes Me Want to Sing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. wonderful week.